subscriber and a good friend of mine, Precrafted. So, Precrafted, this one's for you. And also goes to show that if you do make a video suggestion and or a game suggestion of some description, that it'll only take me maybe 500 to 600 business days to get back to you on that. So feel free to comment below your game suggestions for the future. But let's get into Hollow Knight. In the wilds beyond, they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. And I skipped forward too quickly, but I hope you guys got a chance to read that. I have actually previously played this game before, but I didn't really connect with it at the time. I initially got the game when Precrafted suggested it to me, probably, I would say, 3 years ago at this point. Well, a while ago. And yeah, the game didn't really chime with me. And I think the reason for that was that at the time I had really started playing games almost entirely for the sake of making content on my YouTube channel, which I enjoyed, don't get me wrong, but it meant that I couldn't really enjoy games very much, you know, the actual base game, especially if I was playing a new game or trying to learn a new game. That would make the process a little bit stressful because I'd be just thinking, oh, can't I just get on with it and just make this video because I need to, you know, increase the efficiency of my video making process, which is a bit sad, especially when you grow up loving games, as I did. So yeah, it didn't really connect with me at the time because I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was just wondering, you know, how much time investment would be needed to play and stuff, so I don't think I really enjoyed it that much, which is, yeah, like I said, a bit sad really. But I've had a bit of spare time recently to actually, you know, sit down and enjoy and invest some time into a game. And Hollow Knight really is the first new game, proper new game, that isn't some just, you know, like mindless, you know, I mean, this is not the most complex of games, but I don't really play games like this, so it is something new for me. In fact, I can't remember the last time I played a game of this genre. I can't remember what you call these. It's got like these side to side, you know, 2D, vaguely arcade games. There's a genre for it. I can't remember what they call it. But yeah, like I said, I've had a bit of time, and I've enjoyed spending some of that time playing new games like this. And with that extra time, I've been able to really kind of immerse myself in the game. And at first, admittedly, I thought I'm just going to make this first episode and just see how it goes. And I also decided to record this as a I didn't commentate equivalent of 3 or 4 episodes worth, so hopefully those will be coming out. Although I might be tempted to bring them out in a more as like a long video rather than these short form ones. But yeah, if you guys play Hollow Knight and you enjoy it, let me know. It's definitely one of my favourite newer games, or should I say, game that is new to me. I know this game has been out for a long time, and yeah, let me know your thoughts on this type of commentary video, because a lot of this is the introductory type things. I did initially think that I would try to read the, little introductory commentary stuff and blurbs that are in there, but I think when I was playing I wasn't really considering how slowly I would be speaking for the ASMR video, so maybe we'll take this as just at least the introduction as a sort of background to the ASMR video. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of the controls. I mean, at this point I already have, I'm not gonna lie, it's not an easy game for me. I don't know how difficult it gets, but obviously I don't want to spoil too much as we go on. But I think what I enjoy the most about it, and this is gonna sound kind of strange, I regretted resting here. I didn't realise it was going to reset my kind of additional lives, but whatever. We're just going to go explore the town and see what's going on, and then really, I think the entire game is underground from this town. I'm not actually too sure if there's like more to it after that, after you've explored these kind of these underground areas. I kind of imagine there is, but yeah, this game is something that I would have loved as a kid, because I didn't have this idea in my head. So basically my gaming experience for the past 15 years has largely been Minecraft and I guess FIFA, although I don't really like FIFA beyond the single player FIFA. And I know there are just so many better games than these sort of annual sports games. So I like FIFA because I like football more than anything. But yeah, it's mostly been just Minecraft then. And that's because Minecraft is my favourite game ever. But there's not really been a game that I've connected with past that. And I think that's because of the commitment to the game. Oh, and RuneScape. That's true. But to be fair, RuneScape is a game that I've grown up with and I know everything about. So all of these games involve no real thinking, and even the aspects of Minecraft that do involve thinking to some degree, actual learning and looking things up, like redstone building, building farms, or like new mechanics of the game. Like, I don't know how any of the new mobs work or mechanics, because it's always just been like, oh, I can't be bothered to learn. is, I'm just going to kind of engage with those parts. And if I do start playing a new game, I always feel like I have to know exactly how to play the game in sort of like the most efficient way. Like, I don't want to be messing around, screwing up, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's just a symptom of the way games are at the moment, or a symptom of the way that I've sort of engaged with games. An example would be No Man's Sky, a game which conceptually I really like, but it just involves so much groundwork to get to a base level to actually just play the game that I end up just thinking, like, I tell myself, oh, I like this game, and then I'm just like, oh, I can't be bothered. And I think in a different situation, maybe I would have felt the same way about Hollow Knight, but kind of in the same way that I felt about it the first time I played, which is sort of just like, I mean, like, can I be bothered to put the time into to really, invest in the game, sort of mentally. And usually at the time, the answer was no. I just thought, I can't bother, I'd rather just play Minecraft or play some FIFA or RuneScape, or I also play a fair amount of a game called Mobile Legends with my girlfriend, which is sort of like a knockoff mobile version of League of Legends. But again, it's just like plug in and play, no bullshit, it's just that. It is what it is, and it's no thinking involved really beyond, game mechanics thinking, which I already have all the grounding for. I mean, Mobile Legends is another example. My partner gets annoyed at me because she spends a lot of time actually learning how to, improve at the game, like learning the intricate, workings of the game and everything. And I'm just like, oh, I just want to play. I can't be bothered to sit down and study a game. Basically, that's always what it's felt like. It's never felt like exploring a game. It's felt like studying for a game, and I just can't be bothered, or haven't been bothered. But I'm realising now that my commentary is just turning out to be a rant about my experience with games, but to be honest, that has kind of been the ethos by which I've been playing Hollow Knight, which is just playing games for actually the enjoyment of the game. I found myself not getting too obsessed with perfecting things. If I die, I die. And I thought, I could look up, because I saw in the controls section a bunch of moves like dash, and there was a couple of other ones like some sort of soul magic thing, which I encounter later on, or maybe towards the end of this video. I thought, well, I could look it up, or I could just play and assume that I will encounter that later on. And I guess that's kind of a mix between actually engaging in how the game works and also just enjoy the exploratory nature of a game. Because that's always what it's felt like. When I grew up, back in my day, it always felt like, well, there was no way to really look up games when I was young, really young. There wasn't really too much on the internet, game tutorial wise. And when it got to the point where basically every single aspect of every major game and minor game at that had everything on the internet, if you had questions, you could just go and look it up. Basically, no exploration involved. It felt a bit like that's what felt like studying to me. I know that many people enjoy that aspect, and sometimes I enjoy that aspect, but it just became a bit boring to me. Because, at my essence, I'm just a bit lazy, I suppose. But with Hollow Knight, I found that it was just self-explanatory enough, and it is leaving enough room for exploration, because less so in this episode. Although I'm saying that, but I'm just not getting lost at this point because I don't know where anything is. So everything is correct basically. But in episode 2 and 3, I get to the point where I'm kind of going back on myself and I'm exploring things I'm visiting areas I've already been to, because I'm going around a smaller area, or like trying to find something specific that I know I need to find. And I would say typically in a game like this, I would be inclined, or not a game like this, but a situation like this in a game, I would be inclined to think, I'm gonna Google, I'm gonna look up on the Hollow Knight wiki a map, or something, or like where is this thing, and just follow on like a second screen the specific route I need to get to where that thing is. But I've genuinely enjoyed getting lost, which may just be a mechanic of the game. I think it might be. This game is built for you to explore maps and find small little things, which wasn't initially what I thought the game was about when I played years ago. I thought it was just a simple side-to-side arcade game. I did not realise that there was so much of an exploratory nature to it, which probably is because I didn't give it quite the time of day it deserved. But yeah, I think we're coming up on the first boss fight now, actually. I say boss fight, I probably just mean the first big monster that's not just a 1 or 2 or 3 hit and done kind of thing. But yeah, sorry that I haven't been commentating the game properly. Not sure if this is quite what you guys enjoy or not, really. Not sure if you would enjoy me being more like active commentary or rambling on. This is actually, you're witnessing probably the first situation where I've, kind of gotten lost. It also doesn't help that my memory is not the best. I know people in my community make a lot of jokes about me being old and me having issues with memory. Certainly doesn't help. Oh, here he is. Here's the big boy. I don't know if I die the first time to him. This guy, I was thinking, I think he's a boss for sure. I was like, yeah, this guy has to be a boss. This guy is really, really difficult. I later on realised that the bosses, like most games, are introduced with a boss. Like, yeah, I did die. It says the name comes up, big scary boss, and then you carry on and fight them. And this guy just turns out to be a kind of bigger variant of the little guys. I guess he's like a big minion or whatever. is I started off thinking that he is obviously like a starter boss. I guess he is a starter boss. I guess maybe you would consider that sort of a semi-boss because it's early in the game and you're still learning the mechanics and everything, but wow, well done me. But you know, once you kind of get the hang of it a bit more, he's not actually difficult at all. I say that even after a couple of hours of playing, I probably still would struggle to solo him without the like soul magic thing. I don't know what it's called. You get access to this thing where you can use your, I think it's called soul. I don't actually know that for sure. I'm feeling like I'm it's like a kind of misnomer for it. But anyway, when you die, I guess like your soul that contains basically everything you died with, which is the major thing. Well, I guess that's of major importance. Your soul thing comes out, and you need to go back to the point or the location that you died in to retrieve your soul. And in turn, you get, like as you can see in the top left, it looks like a broken version of the initial soul thing. So you get the full one back, it kind of repairs it. And you also, importantly, oh there he is, there's the soul. It attacks you and then you get it back. It's not really difficult, but you also get all your money back. Yeah, that's really the most important thing. I wasn't really too sure, and again, this is an example of me not wanting to. As I didn't know what the hell that thing was. I know there was one earlier that I actually couldn't get access to. But yeah, I don't know what happens if you die and then you die before you get to your soul, because that broken soul meter thing, I think it might suggest that you can only die once before. Initially I was thinking and before you have to restart the game, but that felt just crazy thing to suggest. That would be kind of mental. So I think it might just mean that you lose all of your money. But I promise that situation of not either dying before you find it or not being able to find it will become a central part of a future episode. That was quite an